Hi everybody, my name is Michelle and I am from the channel I'm a Mommy, and I have two little boys, Will and Max, who are 4 and 2, and I'm currently 35 weeks pregnant with baby number 3, and it is a baby girl. So I've kind of had my fair share of happy and sad moments as a mommy, so I wanted to share with you tips of how you can be a happy mom yourself. So I have 6 tips for you on ways that you can be happy as a mom. And the first tip I have is to take care of yourself. And I think as mothers, this is super hard because we are always focused on everybody else. We have to feed everybody else. People need to get off to school, to work. The house has to be clean. The laundry has to be done. There's so much to do for other people, but it's really important that we don't forget ourselves. And I think this is my first tip because it is the most important. So what do I mean by taking care of yourself? I mean, take time to be by yourself, whether that's exercising. Exercising is great. Also, if you just need to take a moment and take a hot bath. I am a bathaholic and I take baths every time I'm stressed because it really calms me down and it just smells nice and I just can be alone for a little bit. It's also great to just have time with some girlfriends or with your husband. Just get some separation time so you can kind of compose yourself and come back and just feel refreshed, and don't forget who you are. Because if you don't take care of yourself, then you can't take care of everybody else. It's super important. The second thing I have for you is to just plan and schedule. You don't have to be super detailed in your planner or anything like that, but just try to plan out your days, plan out your weeks, plan out your months so you don't feel overwhelmed. And I do this in a lot of areas of my life because I like to be organized. I think a lot of people do, but it really helps take a lot of stress off of your shoulders. If you plan ahead every week and say, I'm going to plan what meals we're going to have this week, then you can go to the grocery store at the beginning of the week, buy all the groceries, and that huge burden of what are we going to have for dinner tonight is taken off of your shoulders. You can see it all laid out in your planner, and therefore you can have peace of mind. Make sure that it's all planned, scheduled, so you don't have to stress yourself out, and you can just, take some days off where you're not doing a lot, and then you can plan on other days what you feel comfortable doing. The third tip was something that was kind of hard for me at first when I first became a mom, and that is don't be afraid to ask for help. I know sometimes as moms we want to be super mom and we want to do everything by ourselves because we think we can, and we can, but we kind of drive ourselves crazy if we try to do everything. So if a friend, a family member, your husband, somebody says, can I help you? Don't be afraid to say yes, because sometimes we just need to give ourselves a break. We don't always have to be doing everything for everybody all the time, and it's really good for us to just get a little break and to get a little help every once in a while. One of my favorite things is tip number 4, and that is to set goals. Set goals for yourself, set goals for your family. You can set daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, yearly goals. Goals are so important because they give us purpose, they give us motivation to go from day to day to day. Because sometimes life can be monotonous, right? But if we have goals, then we have things to look forward to on a day-to-day basis. So something I love to do personally is I love to run. I can't run right now because I'm 8.5 months pregnant with my 3rd. But when I'm not pregnant, I love to run, and I love to sign up for a half marathon or for a race because then it gives me motivation on a daily basis to go running. And I encourage you to do the same. You can do daily goals, something as simple as I want to cook 3 times this week, or I want to finish the laundry today. You can set any kind of goals for you, yourself, and also for your family, but it just kind of gives you more drive and more purpose from the day to day, and it helps you just reach for something beyond yourself and push yourself a little bit more. The next thing I really think is important too is to just be grateful, but not to just be grateful, but to write down memories. I have a journal that I have kept for years and years. I've been keeping journals since I was a little girl, since I was 8 actually, because I love to write down things. I love to write down what I'm grateful for, and I love to write down special memories. And I think that's important as a mom too, because we can get caught up in the world, caught up with day to day, that we forget the cute little things that our kids say, or the way they smell, or just like our day-to-day life. We forget that when they grow up so quickly. So don't be afraid to write that down and take the time to do that, because memories are so important. The last tip I have for you is to not be hard on yourself. Nobody is perfect. Not every child came with a pamphlet that says how to take care of me. Every mom is trying their best, and as long as you are, then don't be too hard on yourself. I think sometimes we beat ourselves up because we yell too much, we scream too much, we don't make healthy dinners all the time, we're not perfectly involved, our kids watch a little bit too much Netflix. You know, there are so many things that we do imperfectly. Don't forget to give yourself credit for everything that you are doing. And just know that as long as you're trying, that's what matters, and your kids will know that and they will appreciate that as they grow older. So that is it for my tips on how to be a happy mom. I hope you all found it helpful. Comment down below and let me know things that you like to do personally in order to keep yourself sane and to make yourself happy. And don't forget to subscribe to BabyLeague down below, and we will see you all later. Bye!